Greetings. My name is Bishop Quentin Jordan of Second Chance Christian Center. To my apostle, overseer Amos Horton, who is the founder of CORE, Cathedral of Restoration Evangelistic Global, I thank you for allowing me to be behind your holy desk. And I bring you greetings from Second Chance Christian Center in Dayton, Ohio. My topic today is none other than all things are possible. That is the second part of Mark 9:23. My subject, the possible. How's that? Well, we're going to go. We're at my point one. My first thing that we're going to do is believe. How we're going to believe? Well, let's look at one of the scriptures, Mark chapter 11, verse 22 through 23. I'll be reading it out of the complete Jewish version of the Bible. And it reads, "He responded, 'Have the kind of trust that comes from God.'" Did you hear that? Have the kind of trust that comes from God. "Yes, I tell you that whoever does not doubt in his heart, but believes that what he says will happen, can say to this mountain, 'Go and throw yourself into the sea,' and it will be done for him." So when you're believing from the heart, you actually don't have head faith. You have heart faith. That is a standard as just like you sitting in a chair. So our heart is involved. Our head is involved based off of James chapter 1, verse 7. James mentions who was Jesus' half-brother. He says, "A double-minded man is unstable in all his ways," double-minded, which means his mind is fluctuating in so many different areas. And then with the mouth, Mark says that with our mouth, our very same mouth, we confess with our mouth. Now let's look at Luke. Luke is a very famous thing. All things. Now we talked about the possible, but what are the all things? Well, let's look at Luke chapter 1, verse 37. And it reads, thank you, Lord. He said to go to verse 36. "And behold, thy cousin Elizabeth, this also conceived a son in her old age, and this is the 6th month with her, who was called barren." Now, what was this? This is the story, the Christmas story, the nativity. And then the angel says, because the angel actually answered and spoke to her. Verse 37 says, "For with God nothing shall be impossible." That's completeness. That's everything. There's nothing left out. You could put all kinds of ideas of what you can do in the area, but it is totally complete. So how does this affect us? It affects us with what? Point number 3, to him that believeth. We choose. Point 1 was what? Believing. Point 2 was what? All things, total completeness. Point 3 is to him that believes. How do we believe? Well, in Deuteronomy chapter 30, verse 19, 30:19, it says, "I call to heaven and earth to record this day against you that I have set before you life and death, blessing and cursing. Therefore choose life." In other words, it's a choice. In conclusion, the Gospel of Mark and Luke say the same thing. Jesus said unto them, "If thou canst believe, all things are possible to those that believe." Mark 9:23. Also Luke 1:37. "For with God nothing shall be impossible." So believing from the head is only repeating without heart faith. Believing from the heart is with trust and astounding belief in the mind and body and soul and spirit that what God said he will do, he will do. Well, this concludes my message. And as we always end our broadcast here at Second Chance Christian Center, based off of Mark 9:23, if thou canst believe, your choice, all things are possible to those that believe. We love you. God bless.